All right, my little fishes, just give me one sec while I make sure that I am all tickety-boo. This is Tail Talk Tuesday. Hold the phone. They're receiving my content, but do I have sound? We're only gonna know if it loads. God. All right, my little... Okay, we do have sound. We are live. Everything is good. Excellent. Hey guys, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome back to another Tail Talk Tuesday, where we talk about all things mermaid, and I totally just invented a new intro on the fly. Who is so excited about that? As you can see here, we now have the ALFIE cam is back in operation because I have an extender now. So now, guys, look at this. Isn't this amazing? Look, I can also get internet now. Who's like the most excited ever? So we are going off of my very new fancy pants Wi-Fi, which hopefully is going to be okay. I'm just going to apologize in advance if we do lose internet. If anything happens, please just bear with me. If there's a second video, I will of course link to it. But this is all just going to be kind of the thing today. Be kind of a thing today, you guys. I also apologize for any banging. I thought perhaps I would be lucky and my neighbor would be, I don't know, at work, or not just on this planet or something. But apparently he's right underneath me right now doing something, because why not? He's been quiet all morning, but as soon as I go live, then bang! And I'm like, oh, good. Ah, you're back. My very first live stream ever. Welcome! Yes, sweet. Welcome to the stream, Airy Berry. Oh, that's cute. Not visited a stream in a while. I've been buried under a pile of work. Oh, I know the feels. Hello, everyone. Hey, I never catch your lives. Oh, well, I'm glad that you got to this time. Ooh, nice adapter. Yes, BTW. Major shout out to the fantastic Digimer over there in the chat box right there. Oh, on point, my dude. Yes. I was very, very impressed. I am actually thinking of adding it to my Amazon shop for anybody with a new Mac because, yeah, the frustration was kind of real. Like, how can I plug the things in with the things if there's no USB? Nothing on my laptop. Kind of stupid. Anyways, you're here from the Insta Live. Oh, great. Well, that's excellent. Welcome, welcome. So for those of you who didn't check out the Instagram Live, I was over on the Instawebs for a little bit there, making myself a hot chocolate in my new flounder mug. Also, pardon my fingers. I'll explain what happened in a second. But yes, so look at this. Flounder, and it's just flounder, by the way. That's the best day. That's why I bought it. I had to get one for Mermaid Kim, too. On the inside, I'm not going to tip it because I don't want to spill this all over I'm not a guppy, is what it says on the inside. So, I gave the recipe for how I make my, my sort of morning healthy hot chocolate. Very yum today. Very, very good. Woohoo, I made it. Kids are in exploratory, so I have a prep block. Nice. Hello, everyone. Love your splash tails. Yes. Okay. Guys, there is like so much that has happened in the last couple of days. I'm going to start with what happened to my hand. Also because I'm very bruised and it kind of looks like I've been through the mill. I discovered, where is it? I got one more bruise here. Bruises all over my legs. Yeah. So over the last couple of days, I managed to give myself, what are those called? Those, when you have a lump, it's like a hematoma or something like this. Anyways, on my leg because I walked into a glass table. That really hurt. And so this bruise is like a lump in my leg. It's fantastic. Then I tripped over the dog, fell up the stairs, then fell back down the stairs, and I've got like, it's just everywhere, but this is the most noticeable. And you would not believe how much this bled. Like, it's like, what, 2, 4, 6, yeah. 6 little things and a little bit on this finger too. You just can't really see it through the camera. But it bled so much. I was like, that's it, I'm losing a finger. Like, what is this? Anyway, so that's what happened. The Insta fam already knows because I was telling them all about it. It was very exciting. I just didn't want to smush my dog. I really am enjoying the ALFIE cam though. He's totally zonked. I feel like I should give him a bone or something so that he's like active. ALFIE? Chicken? You want to say bone bone? Should I get you bone bone? Let's get him a bone really quick. I'll be right back. ALFIE? You say bone bone? Alfie want a bonbon? Oh, look at you being so cute. Look at you being so cute. Guys, look at the Alfie. Oh, is it Alfie? Does the Alfie want a bonbon? Does the Alfie want a bonbon? He's like, I don't know, guys. Is this it? Is this the whole world right here, guys? All right, you figure it out, Alfie. Take your time. So while Alfie decides what to do with his life's choices, he's literally right behind me, right? But like, I'm blocking him because it's awesome. Oh man, is that an Alfie cam in the light? Yes, it is. Oh, he doesn't want the bone. Oh no, you don't want it. How come? How come? He said, "Cause it's morning time and I sleep in the morning, Ma. You know that, Ma." So, Ma. You finally went to your first meetup. Excellent. I saw a wall sticker on Etsy yesterday that read Alfie and had a triceratops above the text. It was really cute. That's awesome. Oh gosh, you just opened. Look what I got. Oh my god, stop slamming your doors. What is actually wrong with you? Anyways, yeah, so look at this. And it's so cool, guys. Jurassic World Evolution, and I've been playing just a little bit because I'm a dinosaur nut. Like, I'm telling you, like, 10-year-old me is freaking out. She's like, dinosaurs? Yes, please. Alfie Inception. Yeah, Alfie through the camera, through the camera, through the camera. He's adorable. Aw, thanks. How has social media like YouTube and Instagram helped you promote yourself and your business, and how has it hurt you? Ah, that is a really, you know what? That's a really good question for today's video. Let's talk about social media, shall we? Okay, so I think it's helped me promote my business. I guess the goal of my business has always been sort of like community and acceptance and appreciating yourself and who you are and not, you know, being smushed under the expectations of everybody else kind of a thing. And having a way to promote that through social media is like having just this platform where I can build this community and you guys can help me to build this community. And, you know, I feel like it's really noticeable, especially through like my Patreon pod and my Discord community chat, where just the most unlikely of people have kind of come together and built this group. Like even in the chat here. I'm not sure, you're on that side, probably over there. I keep pointing over here because the camera is flipped. Anyway. But it's an opportunity, right? And social media is just this great way to kind of, while expressing myself, I get to meet and chat with you guys and hear what you're up to. You know, as much as I love sitting here and, you know, me this and me that, my business the next thing, I actually really get pumped to hear what you guys are up to when you're like, yeah, I just got my Monofin, or yeah, I just hit the pool, or yeah, like, just got my first mermaid tail. Like, it really gets me stoked, right? Like, even if you aren't getting stuff from me, I don't care. It's the community part of it that I really care about. The building relationships, you know. I was never the popular girl in school. I was never the girl who had a billion friends. Like, I got along with people, but I always felt like I had to be somebody I wasn't in order to keep these friends and to be this person that people thought that I was. And I could never really just embrace the nerd, sort of nerdy mermaid that I am, right? And I don't want other people to ever feel like that. And now that social media is such a thing, like you guys are all sitting there watching me on your computers or your phones or whatever, we're all connected even though we aren't, you know, right here, even though you're not in the same room with me. I have this opportunity to reach you guys and you know, share stories and things that I would have wanted to have heard when I was going through, you know, some heavy stuff in like high school and college and things like that, right? So it's I just feel like it's a cool opportunity that way. Now, how it's hurt me, I would say, is that I have a pretty extreme obsession with checking numbers and, you know, my social blade and like where I'm at. When am I going to hit the next milestone? When's it going to happen? Oh my gosh, like I lost subscribers, I gained subscribers, I lost followers, I gained followers. Like, you know, I try hard and I've actually gotten better, I'd say, with Instagram. My eye just wouldn't open there for a sec. Did you see that? That was so weird. My eye was like stuck closed. Anyways, on Twitter and Instagram, I've stopped watching the numbers because I just can't, like, it's just too much. It's one too many things and I get quite stressed about it. Like, oh, I didn't get the kind of engagement on this post. You know, I'll work really hard on editing an image to make it this really beautiful thing. And I also think that because I'm a little bit more real, at least in like my Instagram stories, like I'm not always put together. Like the other day I was doing the stories from my bed with my retainers in and no makeup on and my hair is all over the place. But I kind of feel like that's also something that should be seen on the internet, you know, when you aren't maybe at your finest or you're a human being, you know what I mean? Like I don't look like this every day where I do my hair really nice and I've got the makeup and I've got the earrings and everything's in the cute shirt and the whole nine. Like most of my days are spent on social media, like in my pajamas with my hair in a bun and no makeup on to speak of, and I don't leave the office all day, right? Like, so I think that's maybe how it's hurt me, is just that I spend an awful lot of time checking my phone. I'm like, you know, I have it sitting literally right here. It's always by my side. I'm always checking it. If I don't check it, I get nervous, like always somebody trying to get a hold of me, you know, this whole thing. So I think that's probably something to really watch out for with social media. I love that I can be connected to everybody at all times, but like I had to turn off notifications from Messenger because I get so many messages and I'm part of so many groups that talk a lot. And if I'm just getting bing bonged all the time, that's what I call it, by the way, bing bonged. When you get the bing bong, you know, I just get so like, the anxiety is real. So I don't have notifications for Instagram. I don't have it for Facebook or Messenger or Twitter or anything. I have it for no, I don't even have it on for YouTube, but I do get the email notifications for YouTube for a lot of things. But anyways, but that's like me trying to fight it because I can't be always on my phone. It's ridiculous. Like I have schooling that I'm studying, I've got other things to do, and the phone is just always there, you know? You're watching me from the bus, Chad. That's awesome. Oh, Faith, hello everybody. Has the weather gotten better? Yes, it has. Actually, you can't obviously see, but the sky today is like the bluest blue. Oh, it's so beautiful. I was thanking Mother Nature. I was like, you know what? You done good. This is the kind of day I like to see. Also, they moved out. So the neighbors moved out. The crazy ones with the gun poster that we don't call the cops and then a gun. So I don't have to look at that garbage anymore because they gone. And apparently the new person moving in is going to be a really nice, quiet person. I'm like, knock on wood. Ow! Not with your broken fingers, Courtney. Knock on wood with the other hand. Good job. Really good. But yeah, they dumped their couch, and in doing so, the whole, like, so the drainage pipe has been pushed all the way off the building now. So yeah, they're not getting their damage deposit back, that's for sure. Meeting time. Always see you later. I turned them off for Facebook. Too many. Yeah, it's just too many groups. Like I'm in so many different groups and I get so many messages and it's fine. But I'm noticing, like, especially once I hit 7,000, now for some reason, it's like an overdrive. You know, where it used to take me an hour to answer my emails in the morning, now it takes me longer. And I'm like, I need to hire somebody. I'm moving in with boyfriend and figuring out how to be a mermaid, but not too mermaid in the decor. Yes. He has agreed to paint the bedroom teal and mermaid fairy lights at the desk. Yes, that's good. Oh, that's awesome. That's good they're gone. Yes, it is. I cannot tell you, this girl. And her stepdad was such a nasty piece of work, that guy was. Oh my God. The names he called me one day, the day that I had to phone the police on him, yeah, that was solid. I'm like, why are you still allowed on the property? Get going, yo. Call Tim Taylor for the couch. Tim the Toolman Taylor. I miss that show. Does anybody else miss that show? I totes miss that show. But yeah, trying not to be like overly mermaid in your decor when, you know, your husband isn't super mermaid. I mean, like, we're quite nerdy people. Like, it's, you know, I mean, these are not all my toys, by the way. Like, the cars are mostly his. The toys on the very top shelf are mostly his. The Lego, a large portion of it's his. A good portion of it's mine, too, because let's be honest, I am quite a nerd. But between the two of us, like, I don't know, sometimes I get down that I don't have like this super Instagram worthy, or at least, you know, stereotypical like Instagram worthy home. And but then I'm kind of like, I actually really like all my crap, you know? Because I've done a couple of those purges where, like, if it doesn't spark joy, you know, KonMari method, and then I don't keep it, and I donated a bunch of stuff, toys, and whatnot. We're gonna do one more big purge from our actual storage locker, because that has to happen. Eek. We've kind of been putting stuff there that's like in limbo. But yeah, so in terms of like how much mermaid, I used to really dump the mermaid stuff just everywhere, and then I kind of realized that it wasn't super fair to like really force all of my girly mermaid stuff, and I'm not like super girly mermaid, but Eric was actually kind enough to, he installed curtains behind where you guys are sitting right now. So I've got these beautiful curtains that I was able to put fairy lights, like those hanging twinkle lights, all of that kind of cool stuff. You can find my setup. A lot of my gear is going to be on my Amazon shop, so you can actually check that out. There's a link in the description box down below. Like the lights, you know, my cameras and all my gear and stuff. But he actually helped me section off an area. And if I didn't have Eric, I wouldn't have such a nice display, because what we ended up doing is I ended up taking all of my mermaid stuff off of this side so that the living room was more of like neutral territory. And then I have behind the curtains on the other side in the kitchen area where I'm going to be filming today, is just a nice, that I could be a little bit more mermaid. And then the bedroom, we keep it more like nautical themed. I did a video actually talking about it, and showing like when we did the updates just before I got really, really sick. And so it's a little more nautical themed, still a bit of a nerd factor with some twinkle lights. And I feel like that works. Do you know what I'm saying? How did it feel getting back in the water after a while? It felt phenomenal. I'll tell you, there isn't anything better. Oh, there's not anything better. I'll say I had a few weird moments, because I dream about, like, I can lucid dream for anybody. I could do a video talking about this. But I will have dreams where I'm extremely able to make changes and to actually set an entire scene. Just, you know, it can be kind of tiring when you wake up and you don't feel like you've actually slept, but it's also really fun because I can swim and be in any ocean and do whatever I kind of fancy within. There's some limitations, obviously. But, so while I was swimming in the splash tail, I would have little moments where I was like, oh, I should probably come up for air, you know? Because I don't have to do that, which is usually how I realize that I'm dreaming. That's my cue usually, because I'll usually be underwater. And if I'm panicking, and then I'm like, I've been underwater for a few minutes now. I'm not dead. I must be breathing. Okay, I'm asleep. Cool, let's have some fun. But it felt really good. I was very sore afterwards. I hadn't fallen on the stairs yet. So that was in the splash. And I didn't... Oh, what's that? That's metal. What the heck? What is that? It's a piece of metal. I just pulled off the thing here. Yikes. Sketchy. Anyways, last night when I hit the pool for the filming of the siren B-roll that I needed and of the other 2 videos that I wanted to get, huge shout out to Mermaid Kim, you guys. She was so good. She let me do the most ridiculous stuff. Like, there was one point where she sunk down and I swam over top and in front of her. I'm hoping I didn't accidentally smack her in the head, but I might have. That fluke is quite floppy, but she's such a trooper, and she's like, yeah, we'll do all the things. So Mermaid Kim is such a badass, and very, very helpful. But yeah, last night I was swimming and I was all bandaged up, so unfortunately all the footage has my fingers like nice and bandaged, but it was still such a good swim, and I can't wait to tell you guys. So last night was in the siren tail. I forgot, I actually told the Instafam, I told them that. I didn't tell you guys that. So my fishes, I actually went swimming for the first time in my new siren tail. Pause for effect. And let me tell you, wow. Okay. Now, I still personally like my colors. I like my green and my blue, and I'm still 100% my Luna to the moon and back, okay? But I'm going to say that I was very pleasantly surprised with the performance of the fantasy, and I'm going to talk all about this in the video, so I don't want to get too in-depth now, but I was very pleasantly surprised with the fantasy performance. Now, I can't say that the performance of his tails are going to be the same. I don't know if he's got drainage. I had one very large drainage hole and 2 smaller drainage holes in my tail that I designed. So I feel like maybe that helped, but I don't know. The original fantasy in the tail skin was a smashing success. So I can't wait. I cannot wait to show you guys the footage. Oh my god. So there's going to be 3 videos total, and one's going to be the making of, including all kinds of behind the scenes footage from how I made it, and talking about what went into it and the design. And I'm going to show you the original design for it that I didn't end up going with, and then the swim footage. Then there's also going to be an updated. Did I just get an accent there? It's awesome. So there's going to be an updated, there we go, spooky siren video. Just a wee one, because Mermaid Kim and I are actually planning something super special, and I'm really excited for that one. And then there's one more that's going to be like my first swim, and that one's just like a classic Mermaid Courtney kind of hits the pool kind of thing, you know. Yeah, new videos. Yes. In your mermaid swim, did you split S? I'm not sure what you mean. She used the fantasy. Yes. Short meeting was short. Yes, that's the way to do it. It's so zoomy. Yes. What is happening with my book? Well, if you guys haven't seen, maybe I can show you super duper fast. Oh, no, no, I want my shop. It's a good world that we live in when I can't even type. It's solid. Okay, I'm just gonna switch my screen for like a split. Whoa, now that's some Inception, right? Yeah, so this is it here. New ebook coming soon. Want to learn how to make printed fabric mermaid tails? Want to learn my trade secrets step by step with photos and links to all my resources? This is my definitive guide to making your own printed fabric mermaid tails. Coming soon. Yay. So I made this little image myself. I'm feeling quite proud of that. That is the actual image for the thing. Now it's going to be a PDF. It's not going to be an actual like book that you're going to buy, but you can print it out and obviously make your notes on it and whatever. It is full color, so it's not black and white, so obviously make sure when you're printing it out, if you don't want to use all your color ink, do it in black and white. It's all total about 25 or 26 pages long. 23 of those pages are going to be, I'm pretty sure it was 23 pages, are going to be the full-on information. And I cover all of the things, you guys. Ooh, look at all the pretties. I cover all of the things. Okay, Inception again for a sec here. Let's just get me again. Boom! Okay. So, yeah, the book is going to be all of the things. You guys, I'm so nervous and I'm so excited. I think I've settled on a price. I'm not going to announce it yet because I'm still humming and hawing, but I have until next week because I'm actually going to release it to you guys next week, and I'm so excited. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Totally calm. Everything's good. Yeah, this is a long time coming. I've been working on this book for like, I could have had a kid already. Like, honestly, like it's been a while. And, but my mom sent me back the last set of revisions. And apparently I use a lot of exclamation points. Sorry, Mom. It's going to be really good. Can we talk more about lucid dreams? Sure. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? I could do like a whole video on it if you guys actually like wanted to see that. You can let me know in the comment section down below or in the chat. I'm excited braid tug. Yeah, I could just write out. But yeah, so in the book though, I'm gonna wait just because there's some lag. So you know, type out your questions if you have any, and I'm just gonna talk about the thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna cover all of it. It's not gonna be a Photoshop tutorial though. To be clear, you will need, and I'm gonna put that in the little disclaimer box on the side there, you will need knowledge of your painting program, whatever program it is you decide to go with. It needs to be something of a Photoshop or Photoshop equivalent in order to make this whole thing work. But yeah, so that just because, like, if I was honestly going to do a Photoshop tutorial, the book would be like this thick, and like I'd have to charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars for it because I went to school for all of this, and I could teach a course, man. I really could. So there are all kinds of videos, and the stuff that I'm doing is honestly, it's not overly complicated, and I give the information. So like if you wanted to look up, so I say we're using the pen tool, so you can go and look up a Photoshop tutorial on YouTube for the pen tool. And I am planning on making additional segments for this that will be like little bundles that you can get here and there. Some will be free, some won't be. But yeah, I am planning on making kind of a series on this whole thing. So this one though has all of the information start to finish, short of the actual Photoshop, because that's just too much information. If I sit there, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Will it be affordable for everyone? Yes, it will be affordable, as I feel it will be affordable considering it is all of my trade secrets and all of the information that I'm actually going to give to somebody who could then turn this into their own, business. I have a disclaimer on the inside in terms of like sharing it and stuff, but I am quite nervous about putting all of my information just out there on the internet. But it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I feel like the information is all over my YouTube channel anyways, and if anybody was really clever and wanted to just go and look through all my videos to see all of the different steps and stuff, I have talked about all of it at some point or another, even in live streams and stuff. But can't wait for the book. Sweet, you're writing a book too. That's awesome. To buy it so I can make one. Yes. Tail for whatever Monofin I want. Yes. Nice. Oh, my ear's itchy. Why? Why ear? Why you itchy? Why? Found a mermaid swimsuit from a different company that had nothing to do with mermaiding. That matched your tail? Exactly. Nice. Hair therapy? Yeah. There's a reason that I braid it. Like, if you could see how toasted the ends of my hair, it's like really bad. So I braid it mostly. It looks good in the water, which is kind of the point, but there's a reason I have a couple different wigs. Vancouver Mermaid Workshops coming soon. Yes. I would love that. I would love to do an actual, like, in-person workshop. Would be really cool. That would just make my day. Like, just to have a bunch of sewing machines, a bunch of fabric, and just have, like, a crew there and just given the info, like, one-on-one would be really sweet. You'd want to see that. And in specific tips to start lucid dreaming more frequently, I've only had one once, and I've been amazed ever since. Yeah, lucid dreaming is it's kind of the most fun, I feel like, for me now that I'm super into mermaiding, because like as soon as I realize I'm dreaming, but that's the key. That's where most people will lose it. As soon as you realize you're dreaming, usually you wake up. At least this is what most people tell me. I will sometimes have dreams which I have no control over. Usually I know I'm dreaming, but it's like autopilot and my brain is just like, no, we're doing this. It all started actually when I was little. So funny, we were just talking about dinosaurs here, weren't we? But I was having a nightmare as a little kid, and I remember it. I was at a lake, and there were different dinosaurs. There was, I think, 3 different dinosaurs, and I woke up crying. I can't really remember what specifically they were doing that was scaring me, but my mom kind of came in, and she's like, well, because my mom can do it too, right? So I don't know if it's hereditary or how that works. I know it's a small portion of people that can do it, but I don't know. Anyways, and she's like, no, you need to focus on this while you're falling back asleep and make the dream what you wanted it to be. And you can do whatever you want. You want to fly, you can fly. You want to be a dinosaur, you be a dinosaur. You want, like, whatever you want to do. And sometimes I use it as therapy, like if I've had a bad day. So like that, like I've had times where if something scary was going to happen and I want a different outcome, or I want a different just a different outcome, then I can change the outcome. So I could do a video on it. I think it'd be kind of fun. So pumped for the book. Yes, it's gonna be good. Hair masks to help with moisture and split ends. Yes. Hair's a tough one though. Once you have split ends, that's kind of it. It's kind of like, because a lot of people don't maybe know that, but hair is actually the same stuff your fingernails are made of, right? So it's actually dead. There's no feeling. This isn't a real like thing. So the new hair that comes in is like a better indicator of the health of your hair. If you have like overly damaged hair, just cut it off. Like, just cut it off. You're kind of done with that. You just give it a trim, I would attend that workshop for sure. Sweet. I will bring my own machines to the shop. Yes. My hair got really messed up from bleaching, dyeing, and going swimming. I had a buzz cut in summer 2017. Oh, wow. That's crazy. You can control your dreams too. Love it. Yes. It's really fun. Sometimes it's really, like, good, especially if, like, you're having a nightmare, and then all of a sudden something cues you, and you're like, oh. Like, Inception style. Like, when I watched that movie, I was like, oh, geez. Because it's true. I have fallen asleep in a dream and then gone like 2 levels down, man. And I've been asleep in my, and it's like no word of a lie. It is like you're asleep for so long that like a month passes and you're like, how did I wake up and I'm, how long have I been in bed for? Like, what happened? I don't know. Those ones don't happen often. And when they do, it's usually part of like a night terror nightmare kind of a thing for me. The only thing you have to kind of watch out for is lucid dreaming can sometimes cause sleep paralysis. Apparently, I have heard of this through other people who lucid dream. I've only experienced sleep paralysis once, and it was for reasons just out of my control, medication and stuff. And when I was waking up, I couldn't, like, I just couldn't move anything. And I was like, oh, this is weird. And I was like, huh, okay. It gets spooky, so I'm not going to give, like, the ghost story version of it. I think I might one day, because it was actually really, really freaky. It was something out of a horror movie, but it was okay. It was fine. It lasted, like, 2 or 3 minutes, and I was back to normal. It was okay. I can't go... okay, so you know what? Look at the... This actually looks pretty good. We haven't... I don't want to, like, again, knock on wood with the finger that's not damaged. We're still doing okay. I haven't dropped down into the yellow at all. I might try and do a live stream later this week from where I was in the bedroom, because I like the backdrop there a little bit better, and see how that goes. I don't know. I'm just so fed up with crappy internet, you guys. It's just terrible. I thought I was the only mermaid into... Oh. I thought I was into spirituality. No, it's kind of a whole experience. I kind of feel like you... I don't know. It's a little different for everybody, right? Some people do mermaiding just as a hobby or just as a sport, and others kind of make it like a full-on lifestyle spiritual experience, which is, I think, kind of the zone that I fall into. Like, I'm still, like, super nerd girl, but, like, I read tarot and, like, oracle cards and stuff, and I'm Little Miss Essential Oils girl, and meditating and, like, the whole thing, so, yeah. It's mostly just because the want to be underwater is just, like, so outrageously strong for me that, like, my favorite way to kind of meditate is actually I'll put in my earplugs, just because I don't like the sensation of the water from the tub in my ears anyways. But I will actually lay with my head almost completely underwater, just my nose, and I'll just listen to the water in the tub. Waking up from a dream in a dream is so trippy. It is. There have been, like, really messed up ones. Like, the first one I was like, okay, and force yourself to wake up. Which I'm getting better at. Sometimes I have a hard time when I want to wake up. If I'm in the dream and I'm like, all right, enough already. This is, like, out of your control. This is garbage. And wake up. And I can't really explain, like, what I do to wake up. But it's almost like in the dream, I'm just, like, opening my eyes as wide as I can, like, until the point where I feel like I can feel it in my face when I actually wake up. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, sleep paralysis happened when I had a dream about Mission Impossible Tom Cruise chasing me. What? I don't know what he wanted, but I wanted to wake up for sure. Is anyone familiar with the Throppy? No, I am not. Sleep paralysis is not cool. I've had it once when I was pregnant, because being pregnant makes you more vulnerable to seeing through the veil in between. Yeah, for sure, hey? Oh, that's intense. Yeah, sleep paralysis, man. That did a number on me. And, like, I didn't know what it was when it happened, and then I looked it up, and somebody had posted a picture, because what you see... Okay, like, maybe don't listen if you're, right before bed. Maybe just, like, tune out for, like, 5 minutes or something. I don't know. Or just, like, skip ahead, because it's Spooktown here. But you see things, shadows and things, while you're in sleep paralysis, which is where people feel like they're seeing ghosts and stuff. I did see something. I'm not gonna, like, it's spook, so I'm not gonna go into, like, super details, but I saw somebody had done, like, a digital, like, a painting on the internet, and when I was searching for like what happened to me, like why couldn't I move, why couldn't I, all I could do was breathe and blink. I couldn't do anything else, and I was freaking. I was like, oh my god, I'm broken, this is it, I'm stuck like this forever. And then I saw this picture and I was like, how do they know? What this is what I saw, what is this? And I remember just like flipping out, losing my marbles completely. And the last 2 rows of painting scales. Nice! That's so exciting. I don't dream at all. Aw. I have times where I don't dream at all. I'll go for like a week and I won't dream of anything. And then I'll have another week where I'm like in the mountains and I'm skiing or I'm flying through the city. Those ones really trip me out though. The ones where I actually leave my apartment in my dream trip me out because I'm like, wait a second. Am I actually leaving my body? Like, am I still in bed? Like, what's going on? Like, I'll walk outside, I'll walk down the street, you know, it's nighttime, so I'm like, am I actually sleepwalking? Like, what's going on? I don't know. She talked about her book releasing soon. Now Vivid, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's like, you get used to it and it's not super scary. My favorite dreams are dreams where I'm hanging out with all of you guys. So I will be at, like, I don't know, I'll have a dream where I'm in a mall, and if the building looks enough, I can usually convince myself, like, no, okay, and now it's a pool. So I'll go through, and then you guys will all be there, and it'll just be like the whole fishy fam, and I'm like, yes, here we go, and then I'll dive in the water, and there's the mermaid tail, and we'll all be like chilling and swimming, and those are my favorite dreams. They're so good. My knee really hurts from where I fell. Everyone dreams and everyone remembers their dreams. Yeah. Eric's like that. Eric doesn't often remember his dreams. Or he just thinks that he doesn't dream at all. So Alfie, on the other hand, dreams a lot. I don't think we've seen any today, but he is like KO'd, you guys. Oh, I woke you up. I'm sorry. But you're cute. Look how cute you are. Your legs look so long in this shot here. Oh. It's such a hard life, isn't it, you guys? What are we gonna do? Look at this little duck. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Oh, Alfie. Chicken? Oh, how come you don't want to eat that bonbon? How come? You just look so sad. I'm gonna take it away. You just look too sad. No, I think I literally just dunked my hair in my hot chocolate. That's kind of the best thing I think I've ever done. We're just gonna leave you on the dog for a sec while I get the hot chocolate out of my hair. Seriously, Courtney? How do you manage these things? How have I made it this far in life, you guys? How have I made it this far in life? I don't know. It's magic. I love dreams when I have the power to fly, although I always get that horrible sensation in my stomach when I'm flying down towards the ground. Haha. Yeah, that was, okay, this is like terrible, but that was my test when I was a kid. Like, if I could fly, then I knew I was dreaming. So I would jump off of ridiculous stuff, like downstairs or off balconies and things. Like, sorry, my nose is being a jerk. Did you know that dogs most likely dream about their owners? Aw. Would you dream about me, Alfie? Oh, is you gonna dream about mommy? Just think of my, you weird my. I've been dreaming of trains and cities lately. I keep getting lost. I miss my flying dreams. Oh yeah, my mangrove mermaid dreams. Yes. Oh man, that's awesome. He's so cute. Thank you guys. I think he's pretty cute too. Abby. I knew I wanted to be a mermaid when I started dreaming about swimming with whales. That's awesome. I used to actually be very scared of my ocean swimming dreams. So when I first started having those was before I started doing the mermaid thing. And I used to get really nervous. Like, I couldn't see what was down there. Am I gonna die? Is this the end? Like, what am I doing? I don't know. And now that I'm super used to swimming, like, and I'm getting really used to swimming, like, super deep underwater, so I'm getting used to it, and now I'm like, I have these dreams, and I'm like, no, this is great. Let's just let's just do this. Like, we're going. The dreams that I have a really hard time with are the ones where I'm in an airplane, or I'm on the side of a mountain, or I'm trapped on a roller coaster, and I don't do very well with sudden drops. and I have a little bit of fear of heights. And yeah, so those dreams I don't do very well with. But sometimes if I'm lucky, I'll realize I'm dreaming. Those ones I don't usually realize I'm dreaming, and there's not usually much I can do about it, but just go along for the ride until I wake up. I always dreamt about being a mermaid when I was little. That's awesome. I feel like a lot of mermaids can kind of relate to that, where they had a dream about, you know, they're underwater, or they're swimming in a mermaid tail, or they have a tail, or they have scales, or they're talking to fish. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to get like super deep in like history and the whole thing, because I know everybody's got their own, you know, like religions or beliefs or what have you. I like to imagine that there was maybe a group of us that came and were kind of like the descendants from, you know, like the aquatic ape theory. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about that. I would love to do actually a video on that, talking about it on my channel. There was a YouTuber, or there is a YouTuber, I love her so much. Kendall Ray, I don't know. She's not super like PG all the time. There's a little bit swearing and stuff, and her channel is all true crime, so obviously watch it with a grain of, you know, just make sure that you're appropriate age to watch these things. But she's a fantastic vlogger and YouTuber, and I really enjoy her content. But she did a whole video on the aquatic ape theory, and like why we have slightly webbed fingers, some people more than others. Like I don't really have super like webbing, and not really on my toes either, actually a little bit more on my toes, but, and why we don't have the same kind of hair or like fur that our ancestors supposedly had, and like the whole thing kind of goes way back, and it was very interesting, and it kind of makes me wonder, like, we're one of the, I think, are we the only species that can hold our breath, like that lives on land, that, you know what I mean, like, I don't know, very cool. That was in Mermaids 101, sweet. Do you ever have recurring dreams, nightmares? There's one that I keep having that since I can remember. Yes. Yeah, I do. After my mother passed away, I would dream about her every single day for a whole year. Sometimes nice ones, sometimes sad ones, sometimes scary ones, yeah. Oh man, yeah, recurring dreams or nightmares. The ones that suck the most, and they have to do, like, when you read, like, interpretive books and stuff, I have a lot of dental, like, dreams. Like, the other day I dreamt that one of my teeth started to crack and crumble in my mouth, and I had to, like, I couldn't get it out, and I just kept pulling pieces of this tooth out of my mouth. And it has to do with, like, not being heard, or feeling like you have something to say, or, like, are you, not the truth, or, like, you feel like you're being lied to or something. I forget what the whole definition was, but I looked it up, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Because I don't feel like that. But then why do I just have a lot of fear around my teeth. I went with my Oma to get her, like, way back in the day now. She had her last tooth of her teeth pulled, and I went with her, and it was a horrible experience, and she, like, it just scarred me for life. So dental dreams are a thing. I also have the occasional, like, end of the world kind of dreams where it's all out of my control, and I have to make, like, a decision to save somebody, and usually I end up sacrificing myself to save, like, somebody who I either don't know or I'm related to. And it'll be like this horrible end of the world dream from, like, Terminator 2. You know what I mean? Like, holding on to the fence. Okay, anyways. Yeah. My sister and I used to have a dream that we'd be swimming and then we'd go underwater, and then we'd be stuck and not able to get up for air. Oh no. We both had that dream several times. I think, like, when I have a dream like that where I'm like, oh, like, I need to breathe, like, that's usually my cue, actually, to realize that I'm dreaming. I have a couple of them. Like, if I can't see a face on somebody's head, that's a cue. If I got somewhere, this is one that actually is true in Inception for me. If I got somewhere and I have a moment and I'm not sure how I got there, I know I'm dreaming. Or if I'm underwater and I've been underwater for a while and I start to panic that I've been underwater for a while, and I'll be like, and then what I'll do is I'll take a deep breath in the dream, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. It's not real. That's great. And then just go about my business. Ooh, foot cramp, foot cramp, foot cramp. Oh, no. Yeah, dental dreams are the worst. The worst is the ones where, like, I put in my retainer, because I sleep with retainers at night, and then I take it out, and then all my teeth come with it. That's the one that scares me the most. I hate that dream so hard. Like, no, thank you, and good night. We done, thanks. No. Any tips for holding your breath longer underwater? I don't give tips. Breath holding underwater is actually dangerous, and you should do, obviously, with somebody there. I recommend taking like a freediving course if you can. Tips for a longer breath hold that I feel like are safe to give are things like I sing. I don't think like I'm a good singer, but I sing. I don't really care. Singing and singing loud and singing a lot will actually improve your breath hold. Also, just swimming will also help. Cardio will help. Having a dog that's cuter than just, really? Oh my god, why? No. Will help. But always remember, never hold your breath for longer than you feel like you can, and give yourself enough time to surface. Don't ever do this alone. Like, don't do crazy breath holds alone. Like, I always make sure that I'm with somebody who has freediving training. If I'm going to do any crazy breath holds, I make sure that I'm with somebody that knows what to look for if I have a problem. So that kind of thing. It's like, it's in your hands, and always remembering that, like, a long breath hold does not make the mermaid, you know what I mean? Like, that's just another component of you know, the stage that you're at. Like, you know, sort of, yeah, so where you're at with your mermaid journey. But also remembering that it takes a second, and you won't even realize it. Blacking out underwater, which usually happens near the surface, will happen. You won't know. It's like falling asleep. You don't know that you've fallen asleep, and then that's how you drown. So, and it takes one mermaid to drown in their mermaid tail that will ruin it for the entire population of mermaids out there in the world. So let's not do that. Oh my god, yes, I can't see people's faces in dreams either. Yeah, that's another cue. I used to have apocalyptic dreams all the time. Oh, I lost it. Made me scared because I have dream premonitions. Yeah, that is spook. Oops, I lost my spot. In these days I found a necklace that depicts a dolphin where in the body is embedded a piece of blue, is it abalone? I always feel like I'm going to see it wrong. Shell after watching a movie on mermaids. Is it just a strange coincidence? I don't think so. I have, for me, lions. If I see a lion somewhere, I know that, like, something good or something very bad is about to happen. It kind of depends on what they're doing, what they're looking at, but lions. If I see a lion somewhere, it's like, okay, Courtney, it's time to pay attention. Something important's coming your way. And sometimes I'll see them, like, everywhere, and then a major life thing will happen. And sometimes I'll see one or two, and it's just like, okay, get back on track. But yeah. Have you ever dreamt that, had a dream that happens in real life, but you don't remember it until the moment it occurs? Not deja vu. Yes. Oh yeah, I've had that so many times where I'm like, no, I've dreamt this exact scenario. Like, what is this? There's actually a person, I don't know how common the disorder is, but it's basically a constant feeling of deja vu where your entire life you feel like you've already lived it and you don't, like, so, and it makes you a little, like, not just a little unsettled, basically. It gives you, like, extreme anxiety. Look what happened to David Blaine when he tried and he almost drowned. I obviously missed something. We're talking about the breath holding. Okay, yeah, there's a tribe somewhere they can hold their breath for 30 minutes. Jeez. Yikes. They ritualistically pop their own eardrums so it doesn't bother when... Yikes. Okay. Is that a real thing? Eek. Answer please. Okay, so just so you guys know, I am just going with the feed. If I'm missing a question of yours, it's just because this goes quite fast. I love how many fishes we have, but it's hard for me to keep track of the questions, so I'm just, as it goes, I'm trying to catch as many as I can as it goes. So I hope you're not too mad at me, but if I miss you, you can post it again. Obviously, remember that there is a lag, so I don't see, I might not reply as soon as you post it, so just give it a couple of minutes, and then if you see me reply to a question that is after when you posted it, you are welcome to post it again, and then I will try my best to get to everybody. You know, I do my best, I swear. I had this dream once that I was talking to the queen. Oh my gosh, and my teeth were falling out while I was talking to her. Oh, it was really bizarre. Man, that'd be horrifying. Oh, excuse me. That's terrible. Yawning in the middle of tail talk? No good. Yeah, premonition feelings or even seeing the future in my dreams is so weird. Yeah, totes. I have a mahina and refuse to get rid of it, but I can't wear socks because it cuts off circulation. Do I have any suggestions? We all know how I feel about the mahina, so I'm not sure. I don't swim in my mahina, honestly, so if anybody in the comments or in the chat, if you guys have any suggestions for how to make your mahina more comfortable without wearing socks cutting off the circulation, please, yeah, let us know, because yes, I'm not sure. This necklace with the dolphin. Oh, Tail Talk Tuesday! Yes, hey Eric! This necklace with the dolphin, I had it all my childhood, and all of a sudden, after watching a film with mermaids, I find it after years that I'd lost it. Oh, that's pretty crazy. How's the internet? So far, so good. I'm still in the green, and I haven't gone into the yellow or red at all so far, but I am in the living room. So, I'm figuring I wanted to do Tail Talk Tuesday because that's the most important stream of the week here in the living room, and I will do either my Thursday or Friday stream in the bedroom with the sparkles behind. Oh, by the way, guys, now that I forgot, I totally think I told only the Instafam, and I totally forgot to tell you guys, Workshop Wednesday is not going to be a thing this week because it's my mom's birthday, and so we're doing like a lunch thing, my mom, my grandma, and me. So obviously I'm not going to be here to live stream with you fine fishies. However, there is a video going up tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be an art video because, you know, Workshop Wednesday is usually an art day with you guys. And then I'm going to either stream on the Thursday or the Friday, so keep an eye on my community tab, and I will let you guys know there what's going to happen. I've got the same issue with the mahina, and I moved to the linden. If that's not an option, honestly, I'd sell mine and replace it with a size larger than I have now. Right on. Okay, cool. What's your absolute favorite gemstone? My absolute favorite gemstone? I like a lot of them, actually. I also collect gemstones. Probably of my collection, I quite like this one. I have some citrine. It's not real citrine because that's rare and extremely expensive, but the citrine that I have, it's basically the heat-treated... is it amethyst? Who remembers this now? The pop quiz later. And I really like that one. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite gemstone. Star Sapphire I really like. I really like Star Sapphire. I think that's really beautiful. I didn't sell mine because I let other mers swim. Oh, in mine, see if they, yeah, so, okay. But I don't swim in it myself anymore. Yeah, it's nice to have around. Like, I still have mine because I make the mermaid tails for it, so I have to have it around. Eric, can you see how cute the dog is right now? Like, for serious. I don't know if you're still there, but look at your son dog here. Look how cute he is. He's having a little dream. He's like, "Hi guys." Oh, oh God, I woke him up again. I'm sorry. Don't always assume that I'm talking about you, Alfie. Gee whiz. Happy birthday to my mom. Thank you guys. I will pass along all of your birthday love and wishes. I wasn't sure if she was going to pop by today. I don't think she is, but there you go. I will pass along the happy birthday love. Ooh, I gotta ask, how was taking the fantasy out of the... I didn't. You can't. I have it sewn in so tight in there that the space to take it out is this big because it's so floppy. So that's the problem, right? Like, it's so floppy that I had to keep that opening so small. So it's actually drying with the monofin in it right now, and this is like my experiment to see how it goes. But this is pretty much why I don't... I'm not planning on selling these tailskins because this is not a functional tailskin. This is purely aesthetic. This is purely for me, and I'm going to make one for Mermaid Kim, but that's gonna be the extent of it. Are you familiar with Larimar? No, I'm not. This necklace with a dolphin, had it all my childhood, and all of a sudden, after watching a film on mermaids, I find myself after years and I do not remember who gave it to me. Oh, geez. That sounds like the start of a really good book. You should write a book. Do the thing immediately. But yeah, I actually had like tail stuff I wanted to talk about. So let's look. We have some news. Not my news, but we have some news. Okay, guys, let me get back to. Oh no, put the screen up first, Courtney, because you guys don't want to see. Otherwise, it's going to be serious inception here. Okay, so my screen. Hello, hello. Where are we? Here we are. So these are. It looks like 2 new tails there from SWIMTAILS. I'm not sure if anybody has any comments on how they're doing. Are they getting their products out? How's their customer service been? Feel free to leave a comment down below. I am seeing these look quite cool. I'm really curious how much drag with all of this extra stuff. I have a feeling that's going to be kind of a nightmare. I'll say they're really pretty. And they're doing the skin colored thing, and apparently they're offering different skin colors. And I had a number of people who've actually, I'm going to do a video talking about it, who messaged me because they felt like that SWIMTAILS had ripped me off. And I don't feel like this one actually matches the trout tail. I can show you oh, I lied. Where did it go? There you go. So that's the one that I made, and that's theirs. I don't feel like they look similar enough to be like, and you know, because mine's actually based not off of spoiler alert, not off of a trout. So I feel like they're, you know, it's off of a real fish. So there's only so many different ways you can do it, right? But I don't feel like that's a thing. But yeah, so that's kind of some mermaid tail news. We also have new tails from the MERTAILOR. We have a couple of new ones. I'm not sure how I feel about these new fly tails. I think they look kind of cool, but I feel like they're a bit big on the side. The colors are nice, though. I really quite like the colors. And then we also have, oh, look at this. Do these ones have photos? No photos? No photos. Okay. Yeah, so we've got 2 beta, or 3 beta looking tails. I think this one's my favorite, though. This, like, purple. Oh, so good. I also love this mermaid. I forget her name now offhand, but boy, yeah, she's stunning. Yeah, I think these look quite cool. I'm still not, like, 100% sure how I feel about the little finnies, but, you know, I dig it. I think they're fun. I would really want to try out this new fantasy too. I don't think I would want to make a tail for it, per se, but I just really want to try it out. MERTAILOR, send me one, please. I'll do a review. Hello? Okay, Inception for just a sec while I get my screen back. There we go. But yes, so those are some new... Hey, we gotta keep it a little bit tail talk, right? They were at Mercon. Ooh, the Cleopatra ones. Ooh, awesome, yeah. Water trapped in a stone. What's that? Does it dry okay? Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will have to let you guys know. It's drying really well so far. My tails do hold quite a bit of water for the kind of fabric that they are when they dry. They do take a little while, so I'm very patient. You don't want to put your tails in the dryer or anything. You'd ruin them that way. I would love to swim with the mermaid's tail, but I'm afraid to say... Are you afraid to tell your parents? Is that the thing? Just discovered you and already alive. So cool. New mermaid here. Swam twice. Excellent. I think they're cute. Definitely not for speed, but pretty. Yeah, I think that's definitely the vibe we're going for here. But I will say, okay, this is really interesting. Now, I don't know why this would have been or how this would have been. And I can't say that it'll be the same for his tails because I don't know what drainage system he has on his fabric tails, if any. Swimming in my siren tail with the fantasy, the first fantasy, was so much faster than just swimming with the fantasy by itself. I was freaking out. Like, Kim was like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm like, dude, when you see the video and you see how I actually cruise and zip around in this thing, it's quite funny. Like, I would say, point for point, I would say that the Luna is faster than the fantasy. And in a tail skin, I say they're almost the same, which I think is really hysterical. I heard from someone recently that they still haven't got their product. Oh, geez. So, SWIMTAILS, hey? I don't know. I just wanted to show them just for the design. I think the design is cool. You know, it's too bad if they're not figuring it out. They have some cool work up there. It's a shame that, for whatever reason, they're still not on the right track, I guess, but... would that fin work with magic tails, do you think? Which fin? I think I missed a post. Can we discuss the fact Mertailor's guppy tails don't have plus sizes? Guppy tails? Which are the guppy tails? Are those the ones that he has with the linden? Is that a thing? See, like I said this before in a different video, I really hate mermaid tail like, oh, this is the size. Small, medium, or large. This is the size. This is your choice. It's like, a mermaid tail is not like a piece of clothing, in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna get deep, guys. Buckle up. Okay? So, a mermaid tail is not clothing. It's an extension of your body. Like, if we're thinking about this, if we were actually like, okay, I'm a real mermaid now. Let's just hypothetically speaking here, right? My tail, I'm totally naked, right? So you wear a top or you have a swim top. That's maybe different. I don't know how that's different, but apparently it's like clothing, right? Like, sure, give it a set size. Give it your small, your extra small, your large, medium, extra large, whatever. Okay? But don't tell me that a tail is, like, limited. Why should that be? I feel like, no, that shouldn't be a thing. And I feel like if you're not going to offer, like, a super custom, because I'll make you a tail for whatever size. Whatever you got, we got this. But if you're gonna, like, offer set sizing, like, maybe give a range, and then make the tail, like, design it in such a way, all you'd have to do, make the center a certain, like, you could even do a mask. You could have, like, light in the center, then a medium, and then a dark, and make it the full length of the fabric, and then just adjust. So, like, just literally scale your image. Keep the scales on one layer, and then just scale the colors in, out, up, down. You make the fluke on a separate layer over top of everything, and then you can just shrink it, or and like have it maxed out to the width of your fabric, so that you're never limited. Then you never have to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, you can be like, yes, absolutely, give me your dimensions, length, width. There we go. You know. I don't know. It makes me, like, a little hairy. I think that's why when people were, at first, they were like, oh, you're gonna offer tails? Like, what sizes? What sizes? I'm like, all of the sizes. All the sizes. All of them. Whatever you got. I don't care. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. You know? I don't know. It just, like... Guppies are for the linden. Okay. Okay, yes. Some fin funds from Mermaid. Oh, I got some fin funds from Mermaid. Is it Serena? Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. At the last meetup, and they are size large, and they are too big for me, but I'm going to get them altered to fit me better. So that's, like, another option. I just want to see it, like, I don't know. I get it, okay? When your company and you profit and the thing, and you just want to have a product and you just want to ship it, you get your little tag in there and, like, all the things, that's fine. I get it. But if I'm going to make you a tail, I'm going to want your measurements. You know what I mean? I'm not going to... Ow! Really, Courtney? That really hurt. Would the fantasy work with magic tails? Which ones are the magic tails again? Oh, those ones. I don't know. I've never actually... Have I ever actually seen a magic tail up close? I think I've seen one up close. Ooh, that's not a website. Hello. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't know. I would need, like, dimensions. Oh, I have actually seen one or two of these around. That's cool. Excuse me. Yeah, I couldn't tell you for sure. I wouldn't know. It's been hard to find a fabric tail because I have a 47-inch waist and I don't fit anything. Oh, jeez. That's not fair. That's what I mean, though. It's not fair. Like, a mermaid tail isn't a piece of clothing. You know what I mean? It should be made custom. It should be made to fit the mermaid. It's like, you shouldn't have to feel like you need to fit into it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Am I wrong, guys? I don't know. Maybe that's just, like, it's just my mental, where I'm at, I guess. I don't know. Um, the fantasy would not work with magic tails. The magic tails go with the Mahina. Okay. Sweet. I think the Mahina would hurt my feet. The Mahina hurts my feet, so it's entirely possible. Can we just appreciate my mug one more time? Look how cute he is. He's just such a little guy. I'm so happy that there's for once a mug with just flounder. It says, I'm not a guppy. I want an updated urban, like, mermaid dictionary. I feel like I've added a few things to it, like to mine anyways. So, yes. Way too much fabric for the fantasy. Yeah, because the fantasy, though it is almost the same width as the Mahina, like from ridge to ridge. I actually think I showed a comparison in my fantasy fin review, or the unboxing, or both, possibly. Yeah, despite that, it's the length that you're missing. So the Mahina just keeps going, and the fantasy's like, whoop, all the way up there. Custom sizes are better. I just feel like they are. I feel like that's just a thing, you know? Would you be able to add fins to a Finfolk neoprene tail? I would love to add a dorsal fin. Okay, so just a heads up, if they, depending on what kind of thickness, obviously the neoprene sews differently than other fabrics, because it's not actually like a fabric. So their neoprene, I think, is neoprene with a spandex layer, because you can't print directly onto neoprene because you'll melt the rubber. Anyways, you're gonna need a special kind of machine, likely, for that. So a little bit more of a heavy duty machine. Like, I've heard of little sewing machines like mine sewing through like leather and stuff. I've never tried it with neoprene, and I know that I sometimes struggle with the fabric that I use alone, like and I would also make sure that if you are going to attempt to cut and sew one of their tails, that first of all, you make sure it doesn't void a warranty. I'm sure that it will, because you'll be editing their product. But make sure that you get one that allows you to have, that's basically too big for you. You're going to need, I don't know how much, like, too big. When I do a dorsal, I usually leave an extra, like, I don't know, like 2 inches or something, so that way when I cut it and I sew it, that way there's enough for me to actually sew it in and then cut away any excess. So that's a thing. I've actually been playing with the idea of adding a dorsal fin to my splash tail, because my splash tail, I never noticed, actually, until the last video. I have a little bit of gaping in the bum, and I'm like, why? How did that happen? I know how it happened. I actually made a little boo-boo on my own personal tail, but it's a lesson I had to learn, and now I haven't made it since, so it's good. But what I'm thinking of doing is actually adding a dorsal in on that one. That was the plan originally anyways. I don't know if at the time I did that on purpose, but what happened was, when I discovered that, because it was the splash tail that I discovered the 3-inch issue, right? So the tails beforehand were done differently. The tails after the splash tail had all the corrections. So the tails after the splash tail fit properly now. Like, things you need to learn and practice and explore, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so with that one, I'd shrunk it to 3 inches. My book's going to talk all about this. This is very exciting. But what I didn't do is I forgot to take away. So when I shrunk it, I left the original design with the original 1/2 inch extra, which is why the tail's too big for me. So when you do this now, you just shrink it 3 inches. You don't have to take it in. I just cut the fabric out, and that takes away my 1/2 inch. So I added 1/2 inch, and then I took away 1/2 inch, which meant that the stupid thing was too big for me. And then it didn't help because I lost 12 pounds, and I was like, well, this is good. Perfect. So, but at least the beauty part with fabric is you can make alterations. So that's a thing, right? But I am thinking a dorsal. I don't know if I'll do like full-on heel fins and everything, because that might just be a little bit excessive, but I am thinking that maybe a dorsal for my splash tail. I just feel like it looked so close to hers, and a dorsal fin would just take it that extra mile, you know what I mean? I have a different sewing machine, and you don't actually need it for that, but I have my serger, and I have my regular sewing machine, and I do all of my sewing on my regular sewing machine because my serger scares the crap out of me. So I love your mug, but your dog's mug even more, haha. Oh, I missed your question. Post it again. I'm sorry. It's so hard. Like, I'll get so behind on the comments, so I just let them go because it's just too hard. I'm sorry. You need to know. Okay, yeah, sorry, I answered that one. Discovered the sirens with the movie of the Pirates of the Caribbean, Beyond the Borders of the Sea, and then I discovered mermaiding. Sweet. Sweet. I sewed a piece of elastic to the back of my tail. That might help with the gaping. We'll know what it is because I don't actually put elastic waistbands, and this is purely, like I said, because my old pattern, I used to actually add 1/2 inch, and then I didn't shrink it down. When you shrink it down to 3 inches, it actually, that in itself allows for that 1/2 inch, so you don't actually have to add the 1/2 inch, but when I didn't like, so I have a system now, okay? I input your measurements, shrink it down, I add the waistband, and then I type in the little thing after I've double checked and triple checked, because now I check 3 times to make sure. I actually put for printer or to print, something with the printer's name in there, just so I know, okay, confirmed you've checked this, it's done. I didn't do that with my splash tail because it was for me, and I was like, oh, I'm lazy, it's for me, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, come on. My new tail is made with a large dorsal fin. Sweet. Alterations are good, yes. Oh, excuse me. What is the best way to add dorsal or materials to make it out of for a fabric tail? So you can use a lot of different things. Some people have used shower curtain material, which is kind of like a soft, like a vinyl. People have used thicker vinyl. I've used thick vinyl, which almost killed my machine. And then I gave it like a little bit of a shine with some acrylic paint. And then I've done dorsal fins with just spandex. And the only thing I haven't tried yet, which I want to try, because I'd actually like to make another ebook for it, how to add a dorsal fin to your tail, is a printed one. So there's a couple of different ways to do the printed one. Some companies have a way of double-sided printing. My company that I use can't do that. So I would have to make both sides, sew them together, and then quilt it. Now, somebody who actually does this already is the MERTAILOR for his, excuse me, if I can pull it up really quick, I'll show you. It's not loading. Load. Okay, here we go. So, my screen, shuffabooey. So you can see on the, stop it! Oh man, the website makes me just a little hairy. Anyways, you'll see it here. So you can see where there's some added lines that have been sewn in and around. Basically, it's just going to keep the fabric together so you don't get that horrible, like, ballooning filled, like, water-filled experience, because that's just awesome and everybody wants that. Isn't that the dream right there, where you just have these big balloons? I've seen some people put vinyl inserts in between to keep the stiffness, and I feel like that might be a bit heavy, but entirely possible. So there's that. Measure twice, cut once. Yeah, I measure like 3 or 4 times now. I'm so paranoid because the fabric I use is so expensive, and time and shipping and import fees and The Two Tails is the only place I've found with a plus size at beginner price. Yeah, but I get nerve pain in my right leg, so I'm not confident at the moment, or in the monofin. Okay. My dorsal fin is made out of tile. Oh, tulle. I'm like, how would that work? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Please notice me. I love when people do that. So it sounds really weird, but I still want to ask, do you have an idea for gender neutral looking top? I kind of feel like the ones that I use are. I'm just going to switch over to ALFIE for a sec because I want to deal with my nose, and I don't need you guys to look at me while I'm dealing with my nose. I'll show you one of my tops in just a sec, and we can talk about all the things after I deal with my stupid nose, because my nose is kind of garbage. There we go. See, that's why I like the ALFIE cam. It's so handy. Okay, let me go grab a top. I'll be right back. Oh my god, my leg hurts and my back hurts. I'm getting old, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so this is one of the newest ones in my shop. This is actually the deep sea siren top, basically. I feel like these are a little more neutral because it's more of just like a crop top. It's not very flashy, it's not super fancy. Like, I have different styles, or different, like, patterns, I mean, lots of different ones. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is more kind of my jam, as it were. The one I'm wearing in the splash video is all the same. They're all made of the same stuff, and it sits nice, and I feel like you could wear it regardless of the whole boob situation, you know what I mean? Like, it could be just as a top. I think what would be cool is you could also make it so you make your tail a little bit higher and have the crop top actually so it looks like a one-piece kind of an ensemble as well. But yeah, in terms of a more gender-neutral top, I feel like this is where I'm at for now. I would have to think on it. It would kind of be like you almost want to poll the group and just ask everybody, like, what would your ideal top be? You know what I mean? And then just get like a good range of ideas going. Because, you know, this one, just for me, is kind of exactly what I'm looking for. Like, when I don't want to go full-on shell boobs and seaweed boobs and sparkles and netting and stuff. Sometimes you just want to go to the pool and be comfortable, and it's comfortable, you know, it's good. I don't know. You guys are funny. Love the puppy cam, thanks. It is gorgeous underwater, super flowy. What breed is the doggo? ALFIE is a Chinese crested border terrier mix and a bit of a weirdo. He's actually totally hairless. I don't want to wake him up, but he's really cute. Is he actually awake? I think he's listening to me. He's a puppy. Oh, it's a puppy. No, he's like, leave me alone, Ma. You're so annoying, Ma. You and you're talking to your computer. Oh, it's 12:01, you guys! I'm gonna have to go. Watching Courtney is always the best thing to do when working on tails. So motivational and inspiring. Aw, jeez. I love it. Okay, guys, we are gonna have to wrap things up here. If you are new to the pod, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to join. That was the weirdest way I think I've ever said that before, ever. And if you liked today's live stream and the fact that it didn't cut out halfway through, watch as it does right now, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, because we do. And if you would like me to do a video on lucid dreaming, please comment down below and let me know. Do I have anything else to say? Yes, guys, my book is releasing next week. We're going to have 3 siren videos. I'm going to be live streaming later this week. It is so exciting. Oh my goodness, you just got here, don't stress, we're going to have another live stream, but Wednesday's live stream, I repeat, is not happening. So, there will be a video, so stay tuned for that at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or PT, or Daylight Time. I don't even know what we're in now, because Daylight Savings is stupid. And otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, my little fishes, and yeah, hopefully we can swim soon. Yes, that would be really good. You weren't supposed to look at the clock. I know I wasn't supposed to notice. I'm sorry. But I have to go film some important videos so that you guys can see some cool siren stuff. Yeah! Okay, I will talk to you guys all soon. Happy swimming, my little fishes. Bye! Bye, Alfie. Where's Alfie? Let's go look at Alfie one more time before we go. Oh, look at the guy. Oh, he's such a good boy. Alfie chicken? Oh, he's a good boy. Okay, bye, everybody.